Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom stream, week 5, day 6. So, today we're mainly going to be messing around with delves and trying to get a little bit more leveling onto Death Knight. Definitely want to get that max to level 100 by this weekend, and other than the delve, we're going to be needing that for the faction that's coming out this Friday. Currently at about 6,000, definitely going to have me more than that by the end of the day, and then of course probably about 7,000 by the end of, or even 7,500 by the end of Tuesday's event, and then hopefully around 8,000 or so once it actually comes out to this Friday. Somewhere's around 7,500, 8,000, somewhere's around there. But yeah, we'll have a nice haul that we'll go be able to throw, and I should be able to get all of the new stuff from the new faction immediately for once, and that's somewhat relevant because the new faction next Friday is bringing in Cursed Mechanic, which is the first instance of it being 100%. Also, what on earth is with this pet? This is like the 4th time today. I think it happened like 2 or 3 times on stream today, let alone off stream. But it feels like every other pet today has been the that useless elf one that we already have maxed. Anyways, to the delves. I didn't delay any from yesterday, so we have 3. Hopefully we'll get at least 1 Cedric room for a bunch more loot. It doesn't appear like we're starting out with it. Hopefully we'll have 1.3 here as well, which we also don't have, so that's unfortunate, but oh well. Let's start getting through them. Hello, Blade Song. Hello, Mulu. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Hello, Noah. Hello, Churros. Hello, Pamela. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so move that. Take that over. Grab a destroy on everything. Let's see. Take a red down. Throw a key. And then we throw another key. Actually, I don't even need it. Just throw a skull. He didn't even move us, so we didn't even need to wait until he moves back, so perfect. Hello, Optics! Welcome! I hope you all have been enjoying your weekend so far. Mine has been relatively normal for the most part. Okay, take over gold, grab all that. What do I take here? Oh, let's go through a key, so we'll do that. Not enough to kill either, unfortunately. We are still using this hero class, which isn't really the best thing to be using with key, but we're using Necromancer just so we gain free EXP towards Necromancer. Also, I counted earlier, not counting Death Knight because it's basically already maxed. We have 8 more hero classes to go to max. So we're getting there. We're almost there. That's more than halfway. And once we only have a few left, we should be able to stay ahead of the curve always. Because we could easily max out 1 every other week if we really had to. Can you please arrange the next mythic from a legendary task? Thanks. Wait, what? Can you please arrange for next mythic from a legendary task? I don't know what you mean by that, actually. But yeah, it is possible to get mythics from legendary tasks. Unfortunately, it's completely random, though. As far as if you'll ever get it, as well as what you get when it happens. Do you have to have a pet equipped to gain its benefits? No. All pets always have all benefits constantly. Even in this battle, we have the benefit of every single possible pet. It's just only if we have a bonus do they apply. So the only thing we're really getting are the 5% extra gold from Mimic, the 5% extra souls from the Moon, the 5% extra EXP from, what's that called? Lucky. All the mastery related ones that give us like a 0.1%, not even, for extra surge chance on all the colors, and stuff like that. All that we actually have active right now. Yeah, it doesn't matter what pet you wield. The pet that you wield is fully cosmetic. It has no effect on anything. And of course, the team bonus related pets only apply if there's actually that team bonus on the team. So if we're using a mech team, we have the mech stuff. Like, for example, if we were to go use the Tina team that we were messing around with quite a bit earlier, this is actually what the page looks like for that. I don't even think I bothered even showing that page once, but this is what our bonus page looks like for it. We end up getting 6 attack and 18 armor, and that's boosted by the Adana pet, and we also get 4 armor for having 3 mechs, though there's currently no mech pet, oddly enough. But yeah, we end up getting all those bonuses from it. Hello, William! Welcome. Okay, what do we need? We'll take Brown. Grab all that to get a Mountain Crusher in there. It's a little bit of an extra turn. We'll explode everything. What do we need as Abel? We should probably go for mana first. We'll take Brown Surge, get the full, throw this down. Do I do something about that? Yeah, we'll do it. He does not have immune to mana drain. He does have immune to silence and everything. But still can be drained. Throw our damage down. It does actually get a kill. Very nice. Oh, he has that trait where he barriers every single time a kill happens. Or every single time an ally dies, I mean. There we go. We got rid of it all with spell. Ideally, we'd kill them all at the same exact time. I don't think Tesla can clean that. No, it can't. Oh, and he ends up getting a summon. That's annoying. But I'll throw that down. And now we just need a Mountain Crusher to pretty much anything. Either of our damage sources will be enough to kill. Need to get their mana. And that should be a match if it hits correctly. And no, it doesn't. It's the same target 3 times. Fail. That does happen sometimes. Okay, we'll go get a... let's stick brown to red for now. Do that. Grab a... Do we even bother silencing him? Play instant kills if it does. Probably just better taking a skull because we still get all the extra damage off of our armor. Yeah, all the pets are always active. As you can see, we didn't have the Adana pet equipped, yet we still got the bonus. Actually, I still have the previous faction's pet equipped. We'll have the new one to equip in about 2 weeks or so. That's also when we're getting another pet as well. What was the date of that? Let me go double check real quick. Let's see. I know we were getting a pet pretty soon. And it's around the same time that we're going to get the pet from the new faction. And by that, I mean about the time when... oh, no. Actually, yeah, they're both happening about the same time. March 8th. Which, hold up. Wait, that's next... Wait, is next pet actually... Wait, March 8th. Days. How do they work? March 8th. Why does that seem like a weird date? Is that not on a Wednesday? Oh, duh. It's not, because it's the new mythic. I mean, it's the new faction. But no, after that, March 13th is the one I'm referring to. So not next week, but the following week, 2 weeks from now. We're getting the dwarf pet. So that's going to make dwarves even stronger. So that's going to be interesting. But, yeah, my bad. I was looking at the one for new faction. But, yeah, they're both coming out at about the same time. Because by the time you get 2,000 on the new faction anyways, it would probably be about the same time that the other pet's coming out on Wednesday. It works out conveniently. We'll basically get 2 pets at once. Or almost at the same time. Hello, Acer! And hello, Lone Wolf and Demon or Angel. Welcome, everyone. Also, if anyone's still interested, my guild still has 1 spot left, so let me know if you could do 1 million gold, 1,000, or I almost said 1,000 trophies. If you could do 1 million gold, are level 1,000 plus, and can participate in all guild events. We have 1 spot left, so let me know. Trying to fill it by Monday. Okay, I'll throw a key down, get a green, and I destroy. That should be enough browns, and it is. Not enough damage, however, so let's take a skull. Oh, entangle, hello. That's not going to be good. Can't get the damage down, but we'll throw a key to key. Put the first key down, get a nice destroy off of this Egg Thiefer. Throw it into another one, because that's not going to be enough mana. And now he's key and dead. Also, it's kind of funny. I'll need to fix it later with the controller. But the analog stick, if you're wondering why I'm like clicking for all of this, the analog stick on the controller is slightly off now. It's like tilted from use, and I need to go figure out how to fix that. Could either undo the back and just adjust it internally, but I'm pretty sure there's a way that you could do it externally. It actually just happened like right before the stream, so I didn't have time to fix it. But yeah, I'll need to go fix that. Probably wouldn't be that hard to do on it. That's why I'm currently not using controller, because it'll keep like spamming the left analog stick, which will make it like nearly impossible to play with it. So we'll just have to do it without quick casting. It's not that big a deal. I'm so used to not having to do quick cast, I can pretty much just click it almost as quick as controller anyways, with just from having to do it so often. It is slightly slower, even like knowing it perfectly. It still is technically slower than doing it with controller though. Especially spamming in between battles, like if you're doing explore spam and stuff like that. That is noticeably slower. Mainly because mouse has a weird glitch where it will sometimes go back to main menu when you're spam clicking the correct location. Whereas controller doesn't do that regardless of how quickly you spam it. Alright, both these rooms are useless, then we'll go take treasure. What would you say is the best all-around troop in Gems of War overall? In what aspect? Well, I guess you just said overall. That's a hard one, though. because there's a lot of different realms of overall. Because there are different troops that excel overall in different ways. But Infernus would probably have to be it. Though there's so many troops that could fit that category, depending on what you refer to as overall. But it'd probably be Infernus. He has good extra turn potential. He has Firestorm into Explosion. He has Explosion. He has damage that is immune to Submerge. Damage that is mostly immune to Barrier, since it hits in multiple instances. Has concentrated damage once the enemies start getting less, like if there's only 2 or 1 left. It has the best burn option in the game. And yeah, has all that going for it. Other than that, one of the other ones I would say, oddly enough, is Goblin Rocket. A little bit of a weird one, but it does excel in pretty much all the same areas, just in a slightly different way. Has a controlled explosion for board control, has automatic extra turn, has +1 to red, has a really low mana cost relative to how good the value of the ability is, has a single target hit with adjacent shots that can slightly hit through barrier and bypass the submerge, and it's mostly just used for insanely good board control. One of the best options in the entire game. If we really wanted to, we could almost solo an entire team just with a Goblin Rocket. It would take forever, but it could do that to some teams. Not that realistic to do, though. I don't know, it's hard to just pinpoint with just one troop that's best overall, well-rounded, just because there's so many things that do it well. You mostly just have to name out really good troops rather than just well-rounded ones. Things like Infernus, Cockatrice, Egg Thief, stuff like those tend to cover a lot of bases as far as what they can do. Oh, Mountain Crusher. Now, Mountain Crusher doesn't really have damage, but it's not really that well-rounded, but it is such a good mana accumulation method. Plus, it's attached to Hero that allows you to do anything, which I guess technically makes it well-rounded, since you could use any Hero class with it. I go throw that down again. Get our key. And 1 HP, unfortunate. There we go. Also, hello, Captain. Welcome. Okay, what do we need? We need blue. No, we don't. But we need to take it because there's no other option. So I guess technically we did need it. Oops, I forgot to cast Greed immediately. I need to make sure to always do that. Brown, where are you? Red, green, anything useful. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take a blue to a red drop, hopefully. Actually, I'll take a purple to red drop. Okay, both of them did not happen. We'll take a brown there, get a key. Doesn't matter if he moves us, this is the final battle. We'll take blue to yellow. Doesn't really give us anything, but hopefully it cascades. And it kind of does. All that was within sight, though. Take that brown, get the full, throw a key. Should be extra turn because the other one right there. And now we just need to do that 2 more times. 2 more keys. Let's throw this twice. Oh, no, it won't. Too bad we're not using Thief right now. I have no way to get rid of that barrier. Unless we randomly hit it with a charm, but that's pretty unlikely. Let's throw a key here. This could be a bit of a waste, but oh well. Oh, any Agile is their skull, of course. 20% still gets it, though. Now we'll have to key him twice. Not that big a deal, though. I know, I'm getting worse at clicking. I'm so used to just using controller for it. That's the whole reason for even using controller for it as well. Because even if you are really good at it, you're eventually just going to miss. Occasionally. Oh good, we do have a Cedric here. So we do go tap half then, just because we want that gold. This isn't like it's a Tuesday event. We do have Tuesday event for this faction too. This Tuesday, going to be pretty nice. The best faction in the entire game to farm. So do keep in mind, if you go past whatever you are farmed up to in the main faction, it will boost up the your main faction during the event. So for example, if you're trying to keep your Warrens to level 90, make sure to not go past level 90 during the Warrens event on Tuesday, otherwise it will raise it permanently, which is not good. Okay, I'll take that over. Grab a red. Throw that into an egg. I have to make sure our team is in the correct order after this battle, which it is currently not after that cast. Mountain Crusher, Mang, and Key are your go-to weapons. Yeah, all 3 of them are insanely good. Pretty much all the brown weapons. Let's see. Okay, I need to give him mana, so we'll take that. Oops, that is not what I meant to do. We'll take that. Let the turns go by. Cast our turn again. Please just cast already. Let's see, we'll take Brown. There we go. And now our team's in correct order. End your turn. There we go. Oh, right. Oh, he almost just got another cast on us. Well, luckily he didn't. Hey, and there's Necromancer level 67. Very nice. One step closer to 100. Still a while to go. Not even halfway there on it, though. Getting there, though. But that's the only problem with the rest of the hero classes I have left, too, other than Death Knight. All the hero classes I have left are not even halfway there. I don't think a single other one is halfway there yet, except for Necromancer, that's almost there. We'll throw our gold for now, take a purple. Don't really need it, but at least we got an egg from Cascade. Get our destroy there. Key is not enough damage, but we're still gonna go for it. Oops, I'm like trying to cast Egg Thief as if we have mana for it. Oh, cast again. Cast that out. How do we do this? Take that over. Permanent key. And just destroy into key to skull, and that should be enough. Never mind, key should be enough. Don't even need to follow up. It's 145 damage, I believe, plus 5. Should you focus on one particular faction and level them up before moving to another? Yes. Well, kind of. Depends what your stats are. But you should always try sticking with one faction until you have it at quality level 10, or if you really wanted to, all the way to level 100. But you want to, at minimum, make sure you focus one single faction to quality level 10 before you ever move on to another faction. Every faction you ever do after you have your first faction to quality 10, every faction you ever move on to, you want to make sure you have quality level 10 on it before you move to it. Assuming you're doing it with your daily battles. And the best ones to do first are Warrens if you're keeping it low, at a low level to farm it forever, or Crypt if you're going to bother to max it out. The other one that's somewhat also decent is Fangmoor. Fangmoor has a really straightforward path, quite literally, in that there only is basically one path to the delve. It also has 2 treasure rooms. And the reason why Crypt is nice is it has 1.5 treasure rooms. And the reason this one is nice is it has 1 whole treasure room and 2 halves. Yeah, Crypt is absolute easiest. If you're looking to get it completed, as well as if you're trying to get a 2,500 fully maxed out faction for the achievement at some point, it is the easiest faction in the entire game. And the first and final battle are relatively easy too. The only annoying thing is Lady Mirana occasionally getting free kills, which makes it so you accidentally don't get it makes it so you don't get deathless sometimes. It's not that big a deal. Really, technically, the only battle you ever need to get deathless on is the 500th battle. Every other one technically doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I forgot. We just killed a Cedric room. We auto one-shot everything now. We have 350-something damage. No, never mind. We have 343 damage. How much we have per key cast. How much gold we currently have. Unfortunately, can't actually do anything if we don't have any mana to go cast it with, however. So let's take the blue right there, go grab ourselves the brown, throw a key down, and that should be matched. Double kill dead. Okay, I'll go to the tier 5. What is the best team for going to level 500 in Warrens? Best team. You can run... Processing colors. I actually forget what colors even is this faction. It's green... I know it's green something. Why can I not remember the second color? Let's see. Is it green purple? Why does green purple sound right? Isn't that Primal Rift? It can't be green purple. Green yellow, that's what it was. Green yellow. But as far as Warrens, green yellow. So you can actually get away with Iron Gut team, which would probably be your best option then. You can get away with first slot as Mountain Crusher or Dragon's Eye, followed by High King Iron Gut. Sorry, wrong team. Well, same team, wrong order. But you can do Mountain Crusher or Dragon's Eye in first slot, followed by Apothecary, followed by High King Iron Gut, followed by Possessed King. That would likely be your best bet. Assuming you have Possessed King, you'd want to run Mountain Crusher in first slot. If you don't, you want to run Dragon's Eye. And that'd be the best team, most likely. As far as alternatives, if you don't have a Iron Gut, that I do not know. You'd probably have to run Mang into... Can you even get Skull Spam? Yeah, I guess you could do Skull Spam. You can do Quillin plus Divine Ishbala combo and run like a Divine team of sorts. A Skull Spam Divine team or even just a Divine team, depending on what you have available. But yeah, the Hiking Iron Gut team would be your best bet. Anytime you can run Hiking Iron Gut plus Apothecary, it's your best bet for Delves. It's the strongest combination for Delves at the current moment in time. About half the Delves can use it, or at least to some degree. Nothing else, at least the Iron Gut. Oh, yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, you could easily build that team then. So yeah, just go Dragon's Eye if you don't have Possessed King. Otherwise, Mountain Crusher if you do. Followed by Hiking Iron Gut. Followed by Apothecary, Hiking Iron Gut. And then either keep the Possessed King in last slot if you have it, or simply a mana generating support. You could even do an attack buff. You could technically do Stargazer into Hiking Iron Gut as well if you wanted to. Depends what you have. Okay, we'll take the green there. Hopefully that doesn't die. But then again, we do have Cedric Room, so even if that dies, we still have... It's not even going to reduce our damage at all, since we did have a Cedric Room this time around. Oh yeah, you could use Salvania for Entangle. That does tend to be pretty convenient. It's the most consistent It's the most consistent Entangle option that you could possibly run in pretty much anything. Just because every extra turn ends up giving you Entangle onto their first enemy. And that does work with Skull Spam too. If you Skull Spam, it'll automatically re-entangle the next troop in your line. Like if you kill the first slot with Skull Spam, the second slot will then be entangled. Works out quite conveniently. Hello, Brian. Hello, Iron Malt. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we'll take a gold there, take the red. Oh yeah, how can I even forget that it's red-yellow? We get the Arcane literally every single time we do the Delve. Forgot about that. Also, I forgot that we were even doing this Delve. It goes down so quickly when we can just one-shot everything. Amazing. Too bad every single Delve doesn't have what's his name in it? A Cedric Room. How could I forget? This thing gives Arcanes every time. It shows us the color literally every time we do the Delve. Okay, only one more to go. Please have Cedric right there. Oh, perfect. Very nice. That means that's a guaranteed treasure room, and this could be one as well. Oh, we only got double treasure room. Still really good. So we'll go rush that. Even if this is a 1.5, it's still worth going for that Cedric room first. I would still run Possessed King regardless. You could use it for Transform. But yes, it's mainly used for when you only ever cast it, specifically, whenever you need to counter out stuff that have immune to Devour. Alternatively, you could just use Dragon's Eye for that. It makes your hero less tanky, but it'll serve the same purpose as far as transforming. Okay, we'll throw down the egg again. Take the green, because why not? I'm actually gonna... Oh! I was gonna take the manual and hope it would surge, but apparently not. Now we're gonna have to waste our whole turn just to get that. Not that big a deal. And kill him before he gets it off. We'll kill it in time. You use Earth's Fury with Titan, Iron Guts, Ketris, and Scorpius in Tower of Doom, and it runs great. Oh, yeah, that's what we end up running, except... excuse me. Except we didn't run Earth's Fury. We ran... what did we run first slot? We ended up running Yesman's Pride instead. The Earth's Fury sounds pretty good with it. It would give your Iron Gut 100% Devour immediately, as soon as you cast it. Which is pretty much immediately, since your hero starts with half mana. Okay, we already got all of our gold. We have a Cedric room and a few rooms. Let's just take a skull for now. From there, we can just auto one-shot everything. But for now, we have to deal with not one-shotting. At least until we get to the Cedric room. We'll just have to throw that down for another destroy. That did not def mark, so that's good. Oh, it did place Curse, though, however. But yeah, Cursed mechanic. We will be seeing that a lot starting soon. Also, that's what it does. Dispels positive stats effects when it ends up getting placed. It then resets and reduces the cumulative recovery chance of stats effects. Technically, every stats effect resets it, but that one also does. But it also halves the chance that it will get cleansed. This tooltip doesn't actually say that specifically, but it does reduce it down to 5% instead of the normal 10% cumulative chance. You normally have a 10% chance to cleanse the stats effect off, then 20, 30, 40, 50, so on and so forth. But while cursed, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, and, you know, so forth, going up by 5s instead of 10s. And it also makes it so it ignores all immunities. Whatever immunity the troop has, it will overwrite. It does overwrite Blessed as well. It overwrites Impervious. It overwrites everything except Indestructible. And as it says, it can be applied to Impervious troops, which is the only stats effect in the entire game that can actually be applied to Impervious troops. And it then makes it so you can then apply any other stats effects to those Impervious troops, even though they technically have Impervious. It just basically removes it from them, at least for the duration of the curse. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting mechanic. I still feel like Blessed overall will be more useful than Curse. But Cursed will make it so immunities basically mean nothing when you're up against a Curse team. Assuming that they can actually spam Curse good enough. I don't think any options coming in on next Friday are actually going to be that good, though. They're not like Quillen level good, last I recall. Which ended up being the really nice Bless option that we got. We'll have to see. Unless they're changing it. It's not set in stone until they actually release it, of course. You're at 25 base mythics now. Very nice. Actually, how many base mythics are there even these days? I don't recall. I'm going to go count them up real quick. It has to be like, what, 30 by now? I still remember when we only had one. The very first one of 4. Oh, the cute dragon. I'm really disappointed that thing isn't more useful. It has a really interesting troop art. Fortunately, the troop is really useless. The same thing happened that, with Quaidle. With the Rainbow Snake! It had really cool troop art. But it's like the most useless troop in the entire game. Well, not that close. But it's pretty bad. It's not the absolute worst, but it's definitely below the bottom half. But anyways, what I want to go check, I want to check how many base mythics there are. Easiest way to do that is just count them up by base rarity. Let's see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not 5. Whoops. There's 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4, 8, 32, 38. There are 38 mythics currently in the game. If you count Sacred Treasure. Yeah, there's 38 mythics in the game. If you count the one that just came out, and if you count Sacred Treasure, which I guess is technically a mythic, base mythic. But yeah, 38 mythics is how many there are. Okay. Interesting. Wow, that's actually a lot more than I thought. Have mythics had to have been out for that long then? Wow, it's been 2.5 years? Yeah, it has been 2.5 years then. Wow, why do I feel like mythics haven't been out that long? Or, I knew they were out for a while, obviously. I didn't realize it was that long already. Interesting. Anyways, yeah, about 2.5 years. Anyways, back to Warrens. Let me go do the Cedric room. Oh, did I miscount? Is it 36? Pretty sure it's 38. Unless I counted wrong. Okay. Let's see. Did I accidentally count Bunny Knock? I don't think I did. I don't know. Where would be the easiest way to check? I guess the Gems of War database. If we wanted to get like a confirmation. Okay, it is 38. Okay, I was right the first time. I'll take this one. Gonna save the treasure room for last. Technically, every treasure room is every room is a treasure room once we have Cedric, or you know, after we've done the Cedric room, because now we just have the absurd amount of gold. It's 2,000 per battle, at least with the current bonuses we have. I'll take Brown, grab a key, instant kill, dead. Oh, not dead. Okay, we'll have to cast again. Cast this twice. There we go. Okay, take this one. I love how quick these things go when you actually have them upgraded with the Cedric room. Since nothing ever gets to survive the hit. Hey, this is what level 20 delves must feel like. Where everything just dies instantly to everything. There we go. It ends up speeding up so much. Will you make an updated soul team for your guild? You're running a relatively new one, and your videos are dated now. Are they? I'm pretty sure the previous soul farm, or at least the most recent soul farming video I did, It should be 100% up to date. The one with Fairish Ra, with like the 1,000 souls in the title. I made sure to specifically get a screenshot of it because it's pretty funny. Let me see, video manager. But yeah, I'll go get the video. I have like 3 different soul farming videos up because I updated over the time. Well, I'm pretty sure the previous one's still fully up to date. Let me go get it real quick. Soul farming. Search my channel for it. Should bring it up. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. Wow, it's like about 2 years ago is when we did that video. Has it been that long? Is that when we did our last soul farming video? Have I done one since then? I can't actually recall if I did one since then. I may have. Though this is probably still up to date. I think I may have mentioned Warlock team in here. And not really mentioned Arena. But, let's see. It still seems decently up to date. I didn't mention the other teams, I don't think, until later in the video, though. Like the 3 main ones that you would use for Divinian field farming. They are mentioned in the video. Yeah, that's still up to date. There's still the same methods. You can also use Dragon Soul method. I forget if I used it in there. But yeah, that's the video I was referring to. But, yeah, we could do another video on it in the near future. I've never showed it with controller hotkeys yet. How much quicker that is. I've actually never done a test of souls per hour while using controller for it. Because that does speed it up. Probably not by much, though. Yeah, we'll do an updated video on it sometime soon. Basically, the whole premise of it is Dragon Soul, triple... the base team is Dragon Soul, triple Warlock. That is the cheapest viable soul farming team that you could ever build. If you do not have that, just do Arena. And from there, you start building into Dragon Soul, triple Azurus. Then you build into Dragon Soul, double Azurus with hero as any hero class that has Purple Storm or fully traded Umberwolf, either or. Then you build into Fairish Ra, so you go Dragon Soul, Fairish Ra, Azurus, and either hero or the Umberwolf. And then you end up going 2 Fairish Ras with Dragon Soul, double Fairish Ra, and Umberwolf for hero with Purple Storm. And that's pretty much the whole progression of soul farming. Those are the only ones you ever really need. You can technically get away with Valkyrie, triple Fairish Ra as well. 4 Fairish Ras as well, as weird as that may seem. Obviously, most people don't have that, though. As well as, what is about it? But those are also options. And if you're running in PvP, your option, I believe the best option is still a team I mentioned a while back. I don't use it too much these days, though. But it's hero with either, probably Titan. Hero as Titan, followed by Dragon Soul, Wordbreaker, and then Fairish Ra. Wordbreaker, Fairish Ra works pretty decent as a synergy combination, simply because you end up getting, they cover every color in combination. And the reason you need Dragon Soul is you need to use another Soul Gainer whenever you use a Fairish Ra on your team. Otherwise, you have to cast them multiple times in order for him to get started. Whereas with one single Dragon Soul cast, you can get him to almost one-shot range. Okay, final battle. Oh, a Delve Teams video. You know what? I'll probably do that next weekend since we are getting a new Delve. I haven't updated it since like 4 Delves now. And yeah, we should go definitely update that. Going over teams to use for the event. For going through the Delve. For Pure Faction. And maybe just one other team just for a cheaper option possibly. Problem is late Delves don't normally have a cheaper option. I could show a generic cheaper option, which is basically run Titan Mang and literally everything. So I guess it doesn't really make much sense to show a cheaper option, but it would make sense to show at least a Tuesday, one that you would use for the Tuesday event to get lower level delves done quickly, as well as just lower level delves in general. One that you would use for higher level delves, so it would probably be included Mythic almost every time, and then Pure Faction. wouldn't be able to show them in use, obviously, since there'd be no instance where every delve would be possible at once. I guess technically, but it would make me waste every single battle I currently have. There's not much of a point in doing that. Plus, I could only show one team for each if I did do that. I'll just, you know, show the actual team. Just won't show them in use. There we go. Oh, that's really nice. Pure shards. 111. There we go. 6,170 shards. Slowly trickles up over time. Anyways, next order of business. Let's go and... well, actually, we finished most of our objectives we actually needed to do. We probably go do these already. Why do I not have these done? It's been ages since I bothered touching these. Let's see. Also, why is that not repicked? Oh, no. We gotta go use treasure maps. Should we go do that for 40 glory? Probably should. Anyways, we need to go use Broken Spire troops real quick. Let me go do that. How do I still not have that done? Let's see. It was in... it doesn't matter where it is. All we have to do is just use Broken Spire. So let's go first challenge of any field. Challenges, fight. Do I actually still have that team set up? It'd be really funny if I did. No, I don't. I kind of expected it wouldn't be. Wait, and this... unless this is it. No, it isn't. No, we definitely overrid it since then. Well, let's go put it over here. I don't think we needed this for anything. So let's just put in random Broken Spires. Doesn't even matter. All we need is 2 wins, so anything will get it done. Broken Spire, boom. I'll put that in there. I'll put and Furnace. No. I guess technically we could put links, but for now we'll just put whatever. Doesn't even matter what they are. We'll just run any weapon. How about War and Peace? Why not? And where's War and Peace? There we go. And I'll just run that into double brown. I feel like I never do my dailies anymore other than that one that always appears there. The one that like keeps repeating every day. Where'd it go, where'd it go? Mainly because it's normally easier than the other ones as well. And actually tends to give somewhat okay loot. Where'd it go? I have to keep picking the other ones as well to give okay loot. Where'd it go? I'm looking for Titan. Actually, it doesn't even matter if we're using Titan. As long as it has half mana start, so let's just use Necromancer. Change. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. We're literally just doing 2 battles. What happened to the Task of the Terror Troop? That could still happen eventually. I'm not sure exactly what happened with it. I think it was mainly intellectual property issues. Which is also one of the reasons why they don't have any crossover stuff yet. It's something that they talked about in the past, but never did. But yeah, it's some kind of issue with that. It's something that likely will happen in the future. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, it does seem like it'll eventually happen. This hasn't happened yet. Okay, there we go. That should be 2 gem keys, or actually 3 gem keys. There we go. Very nice. Okay, let's go do the other one real quick, I guess. For 10 gems, might as well. I gotta go use 15 beasts. 3 beasts 15 times. The easiest way to do that is just build a Forest Guardian team. Actually, an even easier way to do that, let's just go play normal Explorer. Let's set our hero class to Beast, and then boom, there we go. We'll just have to set it to Warden. All we have to do is go to wherever we want to go farm souls, go to Explore, use our normal Explore team, and the only difference I need to do is instead of using Death Knight, I just need to use Warden. And there we go, boom. We're now using 3 times Beast. How wonderful it is that we can now switch our hero classes whenever we want. That is such a nice feature. But yeah, now our team is 3 times Beast, because Sunbird is Beast, Forest Guardian is obviously Beast, and now our hero is. So now we get progress towards the event thingy. We just have to win 14 more times. Plus we get some free Warden XP. And we'll be able to win at the exact same rate that we would be doing normal Explorers. This isn't any slower than if we were using anything else. If anything, it's even quicker, because it has half mana start on hero. Since Forest Guardian does give it half mana start, since we're using Warden, which does count as a beast. Yeah, 10 free gems doing basically something we already would have done. Perfect. Don't even need to go out of our way for it. That'll probably happen a lot more often if they finally add a 50% start for every typing. Some of them we might not get it for, though. Like, 50% dragons would be insanely powerful if they were ever do that. Also, once we finish this daily task, we'll head out the redeem code as well. Yeah, there we go. We need 11 more. What's the best way to farm vault keys? Fast Explorer? Yes. Winning Explorer or winning challenges as quickly as possible is the quickest way to get gnomes in the entire game. Though you would normally want to do it during a vault event. Otherwise, you're only going to get a few per hour. Whereas if you do it during a vault event, you can get like 10 to 12 per hour or so. But yes, I just covered a video on it actually the other day. I couldn't fit it in the title because there's a limited amount of space in the title for YouTube. But other than it being the best, the teams in the video earlier from a few days ago, other than those teams being the best EXP teams, class EXP teams, and Tradestone teams, they're also technically the best way to gain gnomes in the game as well, which is mostly noteworthy for vault events. Is it just us tonight? I don't know. Sometimes people just don't like chatting. Also, Saturday tends to be the deadest time. Saturday night tends to be the deadest time for our stream. Mainly because we've mostly gotten done most of the event stuff throughout the week. Plus, there isn't anything new to really go over. So that's also a factor. Because that's Sunday. Even though we are already done with everything by Sunday, normally Sunday we go over the new stuff that's coming out next week. But yeah, Saturday's this kind of that one weird day where there's just nothing. Compared to a normal stream anyways. It's normally just used for grinding more often than not. Kind of like what we're doing right now, trying to get our daily tasks done. Would the devs give you extra sigils to make delve videos? Highly doubt it. I'm not sure if that's possible. I believe there's a limit of 3, and it's not possible to go higher. It wouldn't be that big a deal, though. I could easily show all the teams. I just wouldn't be able to actually use them. And even if I was to use them, that video would be over an hour long if we were to try using every single one of those teams. I will be doing that, however, when we finally do a class video. Whenever we go over, like, literally every hero class in the game in one single video. That video will be, like, an hour long. We've covered them all individually, but I did want to make, like, one gigantic master video of all of them together. Or I should say I covered most of them individually. I think there's still a few hero classes I may have missed. Some of the more recent ones. Actually, even just the most recent one that just came out. Did I never make a video for it? I don't think I did. I covered it in streams quite a bit. I don't think I covered it in a video. But the next time we cover anything like that, it's just going to be one video for literally every hero class with timestamps for every single one of them in the description, obviously. Otherwise, I don't think most people would watch the entire thing. Though there probably will be some people that will. But it will be timestamped, of course. So you can find a specific one or specific ones. Okay, let's see, let's explode. Heh, 55 minutes of Titan, 5 minutes of the rest. No, they would all get about equal time. Yep, there's our 10 gems. We're done now. As far as our dailies. Oh, never mind. Dun dun dun! We gotta go do 5 treasure maps. Are we really about to go do 5 treasure maps? I guess why not? And then we'll go to the pet. It is technically a daily task. Why not? I'm just going to rush through them as quickly as possible. Which is pretty much the normal way of playing maps these days anyway, so not much of a difference. But at least this time we don't even need to try getting a certain amount of turns. Because we're not trying to get event gems. We're just trying to get it done to get the 40 glory. On top of the glory that we're already going to be getting from the maps themselves. We can get even more if we try stopping all of them at bags, as bags have the best chance of giving you glory overall, or the highest amount of glory. If you want to get gems, you stop at the normal chest, and if you want to get glory, you want to stop at bags. There we go. Yeah, we get 14 glory on top of the 40 that we're about to get as soon as we do a few more maps real quick. It's only take like 3 more minutes. Actually, maybe 4. It takes about 1 minute per map or so, give or take. Depends how much they want to cascade or how far it goes as far as extra turns. Okay. Also, it feels weirder whenever we get 1 gem from doing these. It's because 1 or 2 gems seems like 0 every single time. But they add up over time. I could take it 5 times there. It's not really that big a deal, though. If anything, I should almost be deliberately not taking them just so that Maps go by quicker. I guess we'll start doing daily tasks again. I don't know why I really stopped. I guess more often than not, they're not really worth it. But whenever you do get like some of the gym-related ones, like whenever they have 10 gyms or a gym key or something like that, they're normally worth doing at that point. It's just whenever they give lower rewards or if they don't have synergy or there's no quick way to run it. Like that beast team, even though it didn't have synergy with any other task we had, it was a really easy one to do since all we had to do was run our normal Explorer team, essentially. Is it best to save your vault keys and use them at the time for a better chance of Cedric? No, Cedric always has the exact same drop rate, regardless if there's a vault event or not. The only thing that technically has a higher drop rate during a vault event is vault keys from a vault key. It is very unlikely to get a vault key from a vault key, but technically the chance is ever so slightly higher during a vault event. That's the only thing that has a slight difference. Though I've opened hundreds of vault keys and I've never gotten a single vault key from a vault key. But supposedly it's higher during a vault event. But no, you can pretty much use vault keys whenever you want. There's essentially no penalty to just using them immediately. The only reason I specifically save mine, or at least save most of mine, is in case they ever add another gnome to the game. The only way to ever get them is from vault keys. So I just want to keep a reserve of them, because the next gnome they add, if they add another gnome to the vault key drop table, it's going to require, with how many there are in the drop table, it's going to require like 30 to 100 vault keys to try to get it. Going to require a very, very large amount of them for sure. Okay, we should only need 2 more maps. Hey, we got 2 gyms as well. And then we're done with the dailies. And the main reason I want to get this done, even though it's useless, is just so we can repick something else for tomorrow. Okay, grab that, take our 5 times there, get gold down, get that into a bunch of cascades, take our 5 times again, move that down, grab our bronze coin, grab the other bronze coin. What else can we get here? Take the gold over, grab our bronze over, take the gold again. Don't have a drop for that, I don't believe, so let's take that. Oh, that's not the way, that is not the direction I meant to move that in. I guess it doesn't matter much. Hey, we accidentally got a red chest. That is actually really bad. Is this going to be one of those accidental vault keys kind of situations? Or not vault keys, accidental vaults. That has happened before. Actually, a couple times we've pretty much accidentally gotten a vault. Normally, once it's starting to get obvious that it's accidentally going to be a vault, I sometimes manipulate it to deliberately be a vault. But there's many times where we get like 2 red chests without even attempting. Just kind of funny. Just from random cascades. And that's actually a bad thing, not even a good thing. Because it lowers overall loot as you get bigger loot. I know that doesn't make any sense, but that is how treasure maps, or how treasure hunt works. For example, 3 green chests is worth more than 1 red chest. And 3 red chests is worth more than 1 vault chest. It doesn't make much sense at all, but that is how treasure hunt works. Because the whole reasoning behind it is that there's more loot overall on the board, but if you're condensing them towards the end of the battle or the end of the map, you're definitely losing loot. And since you're doing, if you're doing rush maps, basically the entirety of the map is the end of the map, so you don't really want to be ever taking them. This should be the map we need to do for now as well. Unless we already got it. I'm pretty sure we didn't, though. Should be our 5th map. Okay, where are all of our moves? Take that, grab the bronze coin, grab gold, or silver, I mean. Don't even know my colors. Take that, gold, grab that, and there we go. Yep, there's our 40 glory. We gained more than that just from doing the maps, but we get extra 40 glory on top of all that. Plus, we don't have to repick it tomorrow. There we go. Feels weird seeing a completed page there. It's been ages since we bothered doing that. Let's see. Anyways, that's that. So, next order of business. I guess get 1 more level on Death Knight. Still haven't done that yet, so let's go do that. We'll do that in Pride Lands Explorer. Do it with this team, except switch it to Death Knight. And then we'll get the last levels tomorrow. Still need 2 more levels on it. Where'd it go? Let's see. Where did it go? Alphabetical order. There it is. Yeah, how much more XP do we have on it? Yeah, that should be fine. It's about 15 minutes or so of grinding it out. Oh yeah, squirrel. Redeem code. Let me go do that. My bad. We could do that right after this battle. Yeah, I meant to do that right after Delves. Oh wow, that was a long delay. Let's see. Okay, let me go backtrack. Get out of this page. Backtrack. Okay, redeem code time. My bad, guys. Let me go get that. Okay. Also, did they post spoiler threads? Or did they post anything on their social yet? For spoilers? Why does it seem like they don't do it on Saturdays anymore? Let me go get the code while that's loading. Why did it freeze? Come on. Come on, Chrome. Come on, Internet. There we go. Let's see. Quick edit. Click 1 on that. Make sure it's marked so we know we used it. Copy. Paste. Autofill. Refresh. Paste. Copy. Copy, copy. Paste, paste. And there goes go. There's a redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section, or go click on that link. Your invite code is found underneath your settings menu, whatever your game says there. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters or type them out. And it gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 2,500 gold. And there you guys go. That's basically more loot than we got from our maps or from our dailies. Well, maybe not so. Because we actually did get 10 gems and 3 gem keys that time. They were a little bit better this time around. Let's see. Anyone in here need an active guild? I don't know. But if anyone does, I have 1 spot left too. So if anyone wants, if anyone could do 1 million gold and, what was it? 1 million gold, level 1000 plus, and can participate in guild related events, we have 1 spot left. So let me know. And apparently, the last night needs 1 too. I don't know what his requirements are. It's probably slightly lower. If you need a slightly more mid-range guild. Actually, what is your requirement for your guild? For all I know, it could be a higher requirement. Though there aren't too many that have higher requirement. There's only probably about a dozen guilds that have a higher requirement than my guild. Approximately. And some of them passively have a higher requirement, in that they have a lower requirement, but they technically have people doing slightly more than what my guild is doing, even though our guild has a higher requirement than theirs. Yeah, that tends to be about average. 300,000, all seals, and at least some amount of trophies. That seems like what the traditional mid-range seems to be. Basically, for every single category, early game is essentially no requirement at all normally. Mid-game tends to be around pretty much what you just mentioned. 300,000, 1,500 seals, and 100 trophies. Late game tends to be around 500,000 and about 150 or 200 trophies or so, and obviously max seals. And late game tends to be more towards about 1 million gold or 2 million gold. I think some guilds might even have over 2 million gold requirement. Plus they have some of them have like really high trophy requirements, like 500, 1,000 or something like that. Well, by that, I mean like by how much you play, when I was referring to that as well. Because obviously guild requirements are almost more so set up based on how much you play rather than how progressed you are sometimes. Just because even if you are like end game, you might still want to be in a slightly more lenient guild as far as what the requirements are per week, just so that you can get it done a lot quicker. Because something like those requirements can be done in a few hours, so if someone's not playing as much in a given week, that'd be a lot more convenient. Whereas obviously if a guild has a requirement of like 2 million gold and like 500 trophies or 1,000 trophies or something, obviously it takes a lot more than a few hours. Yeah, Ryan's guild is 3.3 million gold requirement weekly. That's pretty high. I don't even know if I could do that consistently. It's because there's some weeks I don't play PvP as much. It's because I don't feel like playing PvP on a given week. And any week I do that, my gold rate is quite a bit lower than normal. Still above 1 million, but nowhere near 3.3 million, that's for sure. I think the most I've ever gotten in 1 week was 7 million or 8 million gold. But that's when I went for leaderboard. I should need about 25 more wins or so. Get this thing maxed out. Oh, whoa. Oh yeah, that's why you use controller, by the way. That can happen. That's the exact reason why you use controller. For whatever reason, mouse clicking has a weird glitch where it sometimes doesn't click what you're clicking. Because the button hasn't loaded yet. So if you spam click, you sometimes go back to the main menu. Whereas controller never does that. Yours is zero gold requirement, 500 seals, and 100 trophies. That's a pretty high trophy requirement, given that there's a no gold requirement. Let's see, let's throw that down. Hey, wasn't there something else I was about to go over prior to us giving out the code? Let's see. You wish you could get vault keys from vaults? Yes, I really wish vault keys were possible from vaults too. Even if it was a really low rate. They need to do at least something to treasure hunt to make it worth actually playing treasure hunt correctly. Because there's no incentive to play treasure hunt correctly in the current state of the game. If you have more than 100 maps, there is no point in playing treasure maps the correct way. Actually, even if you have more than 50 maps, there's probably no reason to play treasure maps the correct way at all, ever. Just because it's so much quicker with since 4 times speed just to spam it like crazy. Yeah, they need to do something to re-incentivize playing it correctly. But they are doing some kind of rework to it. Not next patch, but sometime this year. We don't know when, but hopefully soon. Yeah, hopefully whatever they do to it makes treasure maps finally viable again in late game. They've always been viable in early game and somewhat in mid game. But late game and end game, it's always been pointless to do maps. The only time it's ever worth doing is during a weekly event where it tells you, hey, go do maps, otherwise you don't get event gems this week. It's the only week it's really ever worth it. It's not even worth technically doing the daily task. I still like doing it just for variation, though. It does pop up. But it's barely any loot. It just does 40 extra glory, which isn't really worth the time of the 5 maps. Okay, I could take here, grab a... Let's take a brown for now. Take a red, that'll be Sunbird, wipe it out. Should be around 20 or less on this. Actually, let me go double check our exact number we need. I'm sure there's a quicker way of checking this. 24. What is out down to? Let's go get those last 24. Alright, we'll take that over. AW Orion did 200 legendary tasks in 1 week back in January. 7 million per player. Yeah, that was insane. I think the most my guild has ever done in a week was about, I want to say, the very, very low hundreds. And it was that 1 week about a month ago, or was it a few weeks ago, when we ended up just everyone basically donating several million each. I think I ended up doing 8 million. Someone did like, just a few people actually did about 15 million. Unfortunately, a lot of people only did like 1 or 2 million still. But yeah, we got a little above 100. I think it was about 110. I didn't keep track of the exact number throughout it. But yeah, 200 in a single week is insane. Also, their average per week is like, at minimum, like 3 times higher than what my guild is currently doing. They probably have more keys than they know what to do with. They have like infinite everything. Except for gems, but they probably have a lot of gems as well. Because I'm able to keep ahead of the curve of the new content coming into the game just with how many legendary tasks we're doing. And we only have a 1 million gold requirement. I could only imagine what a 3 million gold requirement could do. That is, in theory, like almost 3 times as much. Maybe not exactly, but it's at minimum 2 times as much. $100 million in one go. Wow. Yeah, the most I ever donated on a week was actually when we ended up donating that other week, which I believe was like, what, 8 million or so? Numbers around there. I could have donated like 20-something million, but I wanted to keep some of it on reserve. I always like to keep at least 10 million if we can, just in case they ever add something that requires gold, just so we have a decent reserve. Also for weeks that I do slightly less gold, as well as for weeks that, like, less PvP, I mean, which earns less gold if we are not really doing much PvP. And also for new factions. New factions end up eating up a few million each time if we want to get it upgraded to level 100. And post 100 costs even more. Oh yeah, Simpleman's a moderator, mainly because he's always here, so it just works. Salty was laughing at it earlier. Well, they have fixed the mail system now. As of the previous patch, if you have 51 or more mails and you do a legendary task, all the legendary tasks will stack onto each other. So it is possible to do, in theory, infinite legendary tasks in a week. Though, you do have to do it per instance. So for example, if someone does 10 legendary tasks, it'll accumulate all of those under a single mail. But then if they go do 5 legendary tasks, it'll create a separate mail. So you have to make sure you do it all in one go. Like literally one go. Otherwise, it's going to make a bunch of different mails every single time. You can have 100 mail, but it stacks. As of a recent patch, anytime anyone does a legendary task where multiple are done simultaneously, it'll stack them all on top of each other as a single mail. So if you go do if you have 51 mails in your mail and you go do 7 legendary tasks in one go, it'll create one mail for 52 total mail with all 7 of those tasks underneath that one mail. That was something that they added in the previous patch, a feature. That's applicable to like 0.1% of the game, if even that. But I did get to use it once. That was the week we got to do like 100 or so tasks. That other week, a few weeks back. But for most guilds, that barely ever happens, obviously. Because it requires a lot of legendary tasks to actually get to that point. That or deliberately just not taking any of your mail until you have 51 mails. Any idea of time frame of new patch? Probably late March, early April. No official date though. But late March, early April is most likely when it's coming. Yeah, we won't know a little bit better until like another week or two from now. Once they announce they're doing like a 4.3 stream, we can pretty much just guess it's going to be another 1 or 2 weeks from there. But they still haven't announced that, so it still could be a while. But yeah, late March, early April, most likely. Around the time they do an update around this time of year, every year anyways. Is it going to be that big of a game changer? This patch seems a lot less game changing than what Salty has mentioned. There are some aspects of it that are slightly game changing. But, I don't know. It's definitely not as game-changing as something like Hero Class System was or something like that. That was probably the most game-changing update of all last year, was when they finally added hero perks to heroes, which finally made heroes extremely unique and not useless. When they basically added 7 traits to every hero in the entire game, which was pretty nice, for a total of 10 traits. Heroes went from something that you barely ever used ever so occasionally other than for the super overpowered weapons, do something that you run in basically every team forever. Very, very rarely do you run a team without hero these days. Whereas before, almost every team ran without hero. Yeah, having chat fixed is pretty nice. Haven't really gotten to notice that much on the beta just because it's not connected to live servers. Or I don't think they connected it yet. Haven't actually played on the beta yet for since the last like 5 days or so. So I did need to go double check on it. Especially since I still have some other bugs to go report on and stuff. But yeah, I'll probably test that later tonight or tomorrow. Also, I don't think we got to see the one of the bigger new mechanics that came into next patch as well. So I'll need to double check too to see if they've actually updated that in yet. The beta. How do you get beta testing? Contact Salty. Salty on Gems of War forum. You definitely won't be able to get into this beta, but future betas you might be able to get into. They're mostly only looking for people at this point who can do multiple languages, though. But they'll probably still take other people as well who can't. Because they do have a pretty big beta team now for free from the community. I think there's like 30, 40, 50 people now. Okay, I'll throw Firebomb down. Also, they don't beta test everything. Like, for example, version 4.35, I'm pretty sure they won't bother beta testing. Normally, the bigger patches they do. Or if they have something they specifically need tested to make sure it works. Ah, you speak English! Oh, that's a good start. There we go, there's our Death Knight level. And now we just need 2 more. We'll do that later. Yeah, Death Knight maxed very soon, and then we just have the other hero classes to go. I'm not actually sure what my next target is. I'm slightly passively doing Necromancer earlier, since it's half mana start. Don't we have Sunspear? Oops, I didn't mean to change it. Okay, it's fine though. Someone was mentioning Sunspear has half mana start. I don't believe it does. In any way. So no, it doesn't. Or were they referring to a different one? Was it War Priest? Oh, it couldn't have been. Someone was like mentioning I had another hero class that wasn't that has half mana start. I don't recall it though. I don't believe we do. Like the only one that 100% has it all the time is Necromancer. Though technically we also can easily have it on Warden as well, since we obviously have 3 times Beast, so it could be ran in this team. So I guess technically we have 2 if you count Warden. Shaman. Was Shaman the one? Shaman. Customize. It doesn't have it there, which means it has to have it off a trait. It doesn't naturally have it. It has a troop that can make it go to half, but it doesn't naturally have half mana start. Oh, yes it does. Yes it does. Never mind, I forgot. It is the troop that gives half mana start. Tauruses are so useless, I kind of forgot. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, we do actually have one more. So we have Necromancer, we have Shaman, and while technically Warden isn't, because it can be used perfectly within this team, it technically is. Since there's, we don't have to change the team at all. It's already that. Since it, Forest Guardian is already going to be used, and it counts as a beast. So yeah, we technically have 3 left then. That we can still half mana start. Then we're out of luck. But yeah, Necromancer, Shaman, and Warden. So one of those 3 will be next. I guess technically Warden a little bit higher. Obviously, we need to go max Death Knight next, just to get it maxed. But after that, yeah, I guess we'll go focus on Warden then. I still need to get a Sentinel higher too. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do about that. Because the biggest issue with that is it doesn't have half mana start, but we do really need more. As far as like usefulness of every single remaining hero class that we don't have maxed, that probably is the most useful. Who knows? Maybe we do just go for this. It does make our battle slower. So for a gnome event, we'd probably want to go something like Warden or something for when we're gaining XP. But yeah, we do need to just get this thing maxed eventually. That gives it either Dispel or +1 Brown, and then it gives it either +1 attack to all Urskas or Fortitude. Which would most likely be Spell and Fortitude, most likely. Though occasionally Stone and Fortitude. And ever so occasionally Stone and Urska. We'll see. But yeah, that should probably be our next order of business, because it will allow us to use Sentinel more. I keep using Titan instead just because it's not maxed yet. But once this is maxed, we can actually use it in some instances where Titan isn't as good. For the most part, they're both interchangeable though. But there are some instances where Sentinel would be better than Titan. Let's see. Did I read your what? The week of Legendary Tasks was celebrating Wiz maxing out every hero class. Oh, very nice. Yeah, it's going to be a while before I do that. Honestly, it's probably like another, I want to say, 5 months, 6 months. It's probably going to be like 1 year since the mechanic came into the game until we get it maxed. Because I believe it came in July? I want to say July or August of last year. So that'd be the 1 year mark if we get it maxed by then. Which seems reasonable, getting it all maxed in 1 year. I was really grinding them initially, but then it's kind of stopped as of recently. But now I'm starting to get back into them. Or actually, the last month or so, we've been getting back into trying to level them. Any class with Talent Tree Arcane, level 20 mana source. Yes, you do get half mana start on all of them. I believe we already did all the Arcanes other than Necromancer. Unless I forgot of one. Anyways, guys, did anyone else have any other questions or anything I missed? Otherwise, we'll be heading out for now. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be going over all the new stuff that's coming out. Oh, that's what I meant to go do. I meant to go check the Facebook to see if they posted any spoilers. The answer is almost guaranteed no. Let me see. Oh, no, they didn't post any. But yeah, never mind. But anyways, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye, everyone, and best of luck if you're still going to be going for Tina. And one other thing to mention, if you are still going to be going for it, the Possessed King is still available for the rest of today and tomorrow in Event Key Drop Table. It is in the Event Key Drop Table, even though there's currently a Mythic in all the other drop tables, basically. But in the Event Key specifically is only exclusively the Possessed King. So if you did want to try getting him, this is probably your last chance to get him, most likely, until Darkstone is 10 starable. So if you're in late game and you don't currently have him, you probably want to try getting him off of Event Keys. So do consider that. He might be in Soulforge prior to that, but there's also a chance you might have to wait several weeks to almost a month before he comes back into Soulforge after the fact of the hero class coming out. So yeah, this could potentially be the last chance to get him, so do be mindful of that. And tomorrow's the last day to go grind for them if you want to go get it. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you all later. Goodbye, everyone, and good night.